The Boy Who Sold Sunlight. Introduction. In a small, forgotten village, people lived in shadows because mountains blocked the sunday. The villagers believed darkness was their destiny, but one boy named Armand refused to accept it. He often sat on the hilltop, watching the golden sun that never reached his people. He dreamed of carrying sunlight in his hands. The elders laughed at him, calling him foolish. Children mocked him, saying he was chasing the impossible. But Armand's heart kept whispering, "Maybe I can." He collected glass pieces and polished them until they shone like mirrors. He believed they could capture light. Every day he experimented, reflecting the sunlight down into the valley. At first, only a tiny beam reached a dark hut. The family inside cried with joy at the warmth. For the first time in decades, light touched their walls. And Armand knew this was only the beginning. Struggle. The boy's journey wasn't easy. The mirrors were fragile, often breaking in the wind. Villagers scolded him for wasting time. Some even threw his mirrors away. Armand worked tirelessly, repairing what was lost. His hands were cut, bleeding from glass edges. But his spirit remained unbroken. Day after day, he climbed the hill with determination. The sunlight seemed to dance with him, testing his patience. The valley was stubborn, refusing to brighten. Yet he whispered to himself, "One more try." Failure didn't scare him, it fueled him. He knew each attempt brought him closer. Darkness was strong, but his belief was stronger. And belief is what makes miracles real. Hope awakens. One morning, a large ray slipped through his mirrors. It painted a bright circle in the center of the village. Children screamed in excitement, chasing the light. Old men stood frozen, tears in their eyes. Mothers touched the glow as if touching a dream. The people couldn't deny it anymore. Sunlight could live here too. Armand became the whisper of hope. His name was spoken with respect instead of laughter. The valley felt alive for the first time. Birds sang differently, as if welcoming the change. Shadows seemed weaker. Hearts felt lighter. The impossible suddenly felt possible, and the boy's dream was no longer just his, it belonged to all. Opposition, but not everyone was happy. A powerful trader who sold oil lamps felt threatened. His business depended on darkness. He spread rumors that the sunlight was cursed. He warned people that too much light would bring disaster. Fear began to grow again. Some villagers turned against Armand. They broke a few of his mirrors. They told him to stop. Armand's spirit was shaken, but not destroyed. He knew truth shines brighter than lies. He kept working in silence, ignoring hatred, because he realized fear is only darkness, pretending to be strong. And light, no matter how small, always wins. So he refused to quit. The turning point. One day, a storm hit the valley. Winds shattered half of his mirrors. The trader declared victory, saying the gods had punished them. But in the storm's chaos, something miraculous happened. Lightning struck a mountain wall, breaking part of it. For the first time, natural sunlight poured into the valley. The people gasped in awe. The boy's dream had become nature's truth. The trader's words lost all power. Armand's belief had called the light home. The storm ended, but the sunlight remained. The valley glowed with warmth and freedom. Children danced in the golden fields, and Armand stood silently, tears falling, because the impossible was now shining everywhere. Recognition. The villagers rushed to him. They lifted him on their shoulders. He was no longer the foolish dreamer. He was the boy who sold sunlight, not for money, but for love. He gave them hope, warmth, and a new beginning. The elders bowed before him. Even the trader disappeared, his lies powerless now. Armayan's mirrors became symbols of courage. Tourists came from far away to see the Valley of Light. Songs were written about the boy. Stories spread beyond mountains. Children grew up believing in possibilities. The valley was reborn, and his name became eternal. Lesson: this story is not about mirrors. It's about belief. Darkness will always laugh at dreamers, but dreamers carry keys that unlock the future. Every impossible thing begins with someone who dares. Fear is loud, but courage is louder. The boy taught the world that light is not given, it is created. That hope is not found, it is built. That strength is not in power, but in persistence. Arman's story is our reminder. Never let shadows decide your destiny, because light is always waiting for you. And sometimes it takes just one believer to make the whole world shine. Conclusion: the boy who sold sunlight was just a child once, but he became a legend. He turned laughter into respect. He turned darkness into life. And he turned his dream into history. One day, someone will laugh at your dream too. But remember, Arman, remember his mirrors. Remember how light found its way. Your dream might be the sunlight someone else needs. Don't quit. Don't break. Keep believing. Because you are the sunlight carrier, and the world is waiting for your glow.